Hey everybody, this is Rocket Road with the Ice Cream Soldiers, bringing you another guide for Richter on the Offlane. That's my favorite spot for Richter. To be honest, I've played him support, I've played him jungle, and I've played him offlane, and I really think he's super strong offlane. People underestimate him on this lane, mostly because of that Riplash pulling them into your tower early game. You get so many early game kills if you can land that hook. It's fantastic, really good. To start us off, we're going to get into our gems. We have healing towers. Obviously, you're on the off lane. Give you that health regen and that mana regen while you're in your tower. Damage reduction, reduce basic damage taken. This build is a lot about basic armor and basic mitigation with health. So I threw this in here instead of mana reactor, and it just makes him that much more tanky. Damage return, punish people for hitting you, 10% of basic damage taken is returned. It's really nice. Reflexive Purify, I've stated this before in a previous video, this is an absolute must now. Gideon's ult stuns, and you're sitting there stunned for what seems like ever, and then their whole team is wailing on you. Well, Reflexive Purify gets you out of that. It's great. Armor Aura, this actually decreases the opponent's armor around you by 12, their basic armor, and then increases yours and your allies by 12 that are around you. So this is a debuffer buffer gem, and it's really nice on them. It kind of makes you supporty, as well as just a pestilence to the enemy team. And then our freebie gem, we're going to go into intellect for auto shield, just kind of making you a little tank here at the beginning of the game. We're running growth in order, so obviously we're going to run Lamplighter since we're running order. Cheap wards, and you get 2 charges right off the bat. Really, really good card. Not enough people run this. Armored Footman, early game, damage mitigation, really great card. I'll either run this first or second, depending on how I feel. It'll either between this or Exoskeleton at the beginning. Coin Master, another good card, especially when you're on the off lane. You are being pressured a lot by 2 people. You may miss last hits, and this helps you regain that gold that you may have lost. A Green Spring is really good for that early game basic armor. It's 20 basic armor. That's actually pretty high. Even some of the higher cost cards don't get much higher than that. 8.4 health regen while out of combat too, so that helps you while you're just waiting in your tower. With the healing towers gem and this card, you're just getting that health regen to just charge right back up. Growth Totem, absolute must. This card is going to stay on for the entire build. You're just gaining health constantly, so that whole tanky theme behind this deck, being the Pillsbury Doughboy, whenever you get hit, it tickles, you know, and that's the whole point of the name of this deck. Growth Totem is an absolute must for that health. Vital Waters, this is kind of buffer into your higher health cards, but again, 265 health, 6.6 health regen. It's helping you be tanky in that mid game. Thunder Cleaver, this is where you start adding the damage in. You start adding damage and a little bit more basic armor. It also gives you that cleave and that active to deal that basic damage around you, so the minion clearing, you're trying to push lanes now, you need that extra damage. This is going to help you out with that. Battle Shepherd, a highly underestimated card here. I've used this a couple times. It really makes a huge difference on your minion waves. You just try it. Just try it. It is actually really cool. So if you think you have the opportunity to split push in the game at any point, just slap this on there. And just go ahead and split push that lane, get it up there. Yomi Guardian, not Thorned Yomi, Yomi Guardian, 12 power, 240 health, 24 basic armor. So again, health, basic armor, you're building that tankiness. It also gives some power. It gives you the active nearby ally heroes gain 100% chance to block 70 basic damage for 8 seconds, so more basic mitigation. And it's not just for you, it's for your allies around you, so it kind of combos well with that gem in the last vitality slot as well. Really good card. Song of the Sentinel. Now this is one of the cards you want in the final build. Nearby ally heroes gain 22 attack speed and 18 basic armor. So you stack that on top of that gem, you get 30 basic armor if you're around this Richter, which is fantastic. 290 health, 170 mana, so it gives you that tankiness of the health. The mana's also nice because he does use abilities a good bit. And then of course, Godmother Vigilant. Now, when this card got hit by the nerf, a lot of people quit using it because it just wasn't completely overpowered. doesn't mean it's not still good. It is still very powerful, especially in combination with Growth Totem. Since your health is constantly gaining, you're constantly going to get that percent health increase. So the passive on this is max health is increased by 10%. If you keep gaining health throughout the whole game, you're plussing off of this extra 10%. It gives you a base of 300 health, 15 power. You actually feel a power spike when you get this card on, and then 190 mana. If you do just run this card alone, though, you get the Elevate passive, and you increase your max health by 1% per attribute point purchased, which can get insane if the game goes very, very long. If your game it gets really long, go ahead and start unequipping other things, and then become a super tank. 5,000, 6,000 health. That's just, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Anyway, this is the build. This is for Richter Offlane, the Pillsbury Doughboy. Up next, we'll have some gameplay, so we'll catch you guys later.
and DJ and DJ.